today is a mobile world, right? Gadget world. Laptops, mobile, Android, iPhone, iPad, and everybody would say iPad. Right? So the idea is all about the gadget world today. And what is the most important thing in this gadget world? Any idea? What is the most important thing? The most important. See, we are all well versed with gadgets. Without seeing also. And I am wondering how they can type. And I am trying to type A and it is calling E. I am really so poor at this. Days together I don't even see the WhatsApp. Totally disconnected with all these things. Because probably I am one of the persons who are neither without the gadget era nor in the gadget era. I am in between. So what is very important in the gadget era? Connectivity. Very, very important. Yes or no? There need to be a connectivity. And that connectivity is one of the most important themes that we need to have in order to have something that is called as communication. For a communication to be there, what we need to have is connectivity. And if we have a proper connectivity and a communication, only then there will be conversation. Yes or no? So for us, the whole important idea as a homeopath is that we need to be able to connect to the other person. And for that connection to happen, there has to be a common subject of interest. Yes or no? Do we agree to this or no? If the person is interested in sports and you are nowhere interested in sports, and the person is going to talk day and night about sports, will you be able to connect to that person? No. So there has to be a common subject of interest where both can have a connection. And if there is a connection, only then there can be a communication. And if there is communication, where we see give and take of ideas. Huh? What is communication? Communication is give and take of ideas. And when there is complete give and take of ideas on a given subject, only then there is a conversation regarding that subject. Are you there? So the first and foremost are these three C's that we need to understand. The idea of connection, the idea of communication, and the idea of conversation. Is this clear till here? What was the problem with all of us? If we give a flashback to our cases, the problem was that I was not able to connect to the person sitting in front of me. And for that connection to happen, the whole important idea is, in the world of gadget, is something called as the tower that is needed to have between two people the connection to establish. Yes or no? Right? Do we agree to this or no? Yes. And this tower in the field of homeopathy is nothing else but the art of questioning. The question becomes the tower. If you are not able to ask a proper question at a proper time, then there is a disturbance in the frequency. Because what is happening is the wavelength doesn't match. What doesn't match? The wavelength doesn't match. Between you as a physician and the person as a patient. And what happens, the most important problem that we face in our day-to-day life is we never bother to write the question we are asking. How many of them really write the question that they are asking? Anybody who write the question what they are asking? None of us. And then we are trying to find out, why is the person not trying to talk? Why is the person not trying to tell anything? Why is the person not going ahead? The person is not going ahead because our questions are not in range with the person who is come to us to tell about his or her problem. And therefore, the art of questioning is very important in order to form that connection. In order to set up that connection, what question to ask at what time. And how many of us really would do this? In our cases, we give them all the possible ideas. What sort of taste do you like? Salt, bitter, salty, sugar, whatever is the type of taste, do we give them or no? Do we ask them or no? What is the type of taste you prefer? We give the list of taste. Do you like salty? Do you like bitter? Do you like pungent? Do you like spicy? Do you eat chilies? Do you eat sweets? Because the person, when you are giving them this on the platter, they are only choosing whatever you have given. Nobody will give you this idea that I love tangy flavor, because you have not put it on the platter. You have bluntly put salt, bitter, salty, pungent and sweet. The tangy flavor is not there. And therefore the person doesn't recollect at that point of time, you only told this four, so I pick up one of these four. Is it a disaster or no? So the best way to ask is, what is the type of taste you prefer? You choose. Are you getting? So the idea is, when we begin the conversation, whenever we are beginning the conversation, the idea of asking questions should be open-ended. Do not have any choices in them. The idea should be open-ended. What are your tastes? What are your likings? What are your dislikes? What do you really favor? So that the person is able to think over. And another important aspect is ask and give a pause. What is very, very important in the art of conversation is this. The idea of giving a pause. Because you are allowing the person to think. If you recollect, all of us, if we recollect the oral examination, university examination, the examiner asks you a question. Are we baffled or no? Sir, I know, sir, one bit. But let me think. Do we have this idea or no? Yes or no? Because we are trying to recollect whatever we have studied. So the same thing is with the patient, because patient was never knowing that you are going to ask likes and dislikes as food is concerned. Patient never knew that what the hell, what question are you asking food and what it has got to do with my headache. I have come with the knee pain problem and you are asking me what dreams are you getting. Is there any connection between what we are asking, what the person has come for? As a homeopath, there is no. But we know as a homeopath these are important. Patient doesn't know. And therefore the idea is this understanding of giving a pause after asking. Wait for the person to think and answer. Do not rush with the questions.